So because we've discussed the different types of conservation strategies, we should also discuss the things that can stop conservation in a human rights vacuum. So firstly, non-believers and the uneducated. Non-believers referring to people who don't believe conservation is a good thing and actively try to ignore that it even exists. And the uneducated, just generally people who aren't educated on why conservation is so important. Next, poverty and the lack of access of rights. This sort of links with the first point. If you're in poverty, you're less likely to be educated on conservation matters. And the lack of access to rights means that, for example, in a third world country, you may not have the right to put forward a conservation idea or have the right to protest for better conservation. Thirdly, corrupt power figures. Again, this is probably more common in third world countries, but basically if a conservation strategy were to go against a power figure's agenda, they could use their power to dissuade people from agreeing for that conservation strategy. And lastly, we always need to think about ethics when discussing conservation. Just because something's good for us or good for the environment doesn't mean it's necessarily going to benefit animals, and vice versa. If it benefits animals, it might not benefit the environment.